Hello, everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Friday, July 1st, 2022. Yes, we are in July, and the big 4th of July weekend is about to unfold. Maybe it's already started for you, or maybe you're just about to kick it off. Whatever the case, I hope you have a fun and safe weekend. I promise you some safety tips today. We'll have those for you if you're traveling. Think about doing fireworks. We got it all for you here today on Talking Fitchburg. We'll talk with our fire chief. We had the interview yesterday, bringing it back today as a reminder about fireworks in Fitchburg. Anything that leaves the ground, goes up in the air, makes a boom. Not happening. That is illegal in the city of Fitchburg. You could be fined. We'll break it all down for you coming up here in a little bit of time. Plus, we'll check in with the Fitchburg Public Library. Tim and Tegan are here. Always nice to get caught up with them. So we'll look forward to checking in. And they are so much fun. I always love catching up with them. And I'll tell you what's coming up here for the summer at the library. But first, we do get to those headlines, and we're starting with your solid waste will be delayed by 1 day due to the holiday. All solid waste recycling collection delayed by 1 day after the 4th of July. So if you pick up on Monday, you get it on Tuesday on Wednesday and Thursday. Place your carts behind the curb line, not in the street, by 6:30 a.m. on your collection day. If you need a bigger cart or need some bags for your yard waste, I got some info here for you. You can contact Pelletary for the bigger cart if you would like, or arrange a swap a cart. A $25 fee applies for that. And if you're looking for yard waste bags, you get one free reusable bag at City Hall, and additional ones are $2. Just stop on by during normal business hours to pick up your yard waste bags. Celebrate the 4th of July safely. Remember that fireworks that go up and go boom are illegal in Fitchburg. And I know that some of you be traveling where places maybe it is legal to shoot off fireworks. So I have some general safety tips here for you for your pleasure to review. And we want to make sure you stay safe. Fireworks safety tips: never allow children to play with or ignite fireworks, including sparklers. Make sure fireworks are legal in your area before you buy or using them. Keep a bucket of water or garden hose handy in case of fire or other mishap. And especially if you're traveling north, there are some dry areas there. I've watched some of the different fire departments talk about that. They're very worried about, in some areas, of the dry weather and brush fires that have already happened because of fireworks. So be on the lookout and be smart about that. Never try to reignite a firework or pick one up that hasn't ignited or went off, if you will. Never use fireworks while impaired by alcohol or drugs. The statistics are startling, and people get hurt. About 74% occur on 4th of July weekend. Sparklers take in quite a bit of the injuries, and firecrackers come in as a high injury count as well, followed by burns. Burns, a significant piece of the safety. We just want you to stay safe and have a fun weekend and stay out of the hospital. That's all I'm saying. All right, other news. We want you're ready. Wisconsin wants you to have a safe weekend with some travel tips and more. If you are traveling, keep that emergency kit packed with bottled water, snacks, and phone. Make sure you check the 511 app before you head out to be safe. Limit your alcohol use and don't get behind the wheel if you are drinking. Never leave people or pets in a parked car. At 80 degrees in 10 minutes, it can bring the temperature in a car over 100 degrees. And we are going to be in the upper 80s a whole weekend, so it's not going to take much for it to get hot. When cooking outdoors, remember the grill is at least 3 feet away from your home or structure, and keep a fire extinguisher nearby and maintain that child-free, pet-free, safe zone. And if you're making any outdoor plans, make sure you check the weather forecast ahead and have a plan and able to get alerts. That does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we're talking fireworks safety with the Fitchburg Fire Department right here on Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps! Did Pete saying mean things bother ya?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
Ready!
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today for the Fitchburg Fire Department, it's your Fire Chief, Joe Popemacher. Joe, welcome back to the show. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for joining me. It's the season of fireworks, and fireworks and safety, as you have informed me, don't really go together. We want you to stay safe no matter what you're doing out there. Certainly, we're not saying that we don't want you to be safe, but it's hard to say when you're lighting something that's going to explode that has there's no guarantee of anything, right? And makes it interesting. But let's get to the bottom line first. What is the city of Fitchburg's policy on fireworks?
Lighting off fireworks, anything that goes up or explodes. So goes up or goes boom is not allowed in the city of Fitchburg. We know very well that there are a number of outlets around the area that are selling those, but to light them off in the city of Fitchburg is not allowed. And there are fines associated with it in the event that you are visited by the fire department or the law enforcement.
What do they say when you're going through fire school and stuff, and you're talking about fires? And there's got to be a section on fireworks. Like, is there?
Yeah. Well, okay. So here's the thing. The issue that we have with fireworks is the unpredictable nature associated with them, and the fact that there are risks in that go along with the lighting of fireworks. With that said, I love a good fireworks display. I just prefer to have somebody who has gone to school to be able to actually conduct the display, and somebody who is bonded and insured and can cover the costs of any unforeseen issues. That's the preferred fireworks display. I love watching those. The private displays, the ones that are happening with those that are doing it with these market fireworks that you see throughout the area. Those are the ones that get problematic, and those are where we start seeing issues, because once a firework or any type of explosive leaves the ground, we have absolutely no idea where that's going. To make matters worse, with the explosion, there's a number of injuries that can occur, and we've seen those injuries throughout my time on the fire department and beyond. So that's something that we are well aware of as far as the risks associated with it, and anything that's predictable is preventable. So it's one of those things where, as a fire department, we'd much prefer you go to a professional display versus having one on your own.
Yeah, I think that's always a safer bet. And Joe, maybe to put even better context into those professional displays, when whatever event or person comes to the fire department and says, "Hey, we're hoping to do this fireworks show. We have hired a professional company." What are the steps that you go through with said company or said event to get it to a point where, again, it's done in the fashion of safety first?
We want to know their a plan associated with their display. So whatever their procedures are, we communicate that in advance. We know what they do in the event that something goes wrong and the procedures that they follow in order to minimize the risk of injury. We also take a look at, where those fireworks may end up. So it's not only the going up, but the going down. What's the fall down area associated with the fireworks? How is that impacted by wind? How is that impacted by precipitation? I mean, all of those things are items that we look at when we do an incident action plan for a fireworks display. And then we train our firefighters on what they need to do in order to get in there and to address any issues. There's a situation where you don't necessarily want to rush in. You obviously want to provide care and address whatever emergency presents as quickly as possible. But the last thing you want to do is to introduce somebody into a very active environment that they could be injured in. So it's the idea of reducing that risk and providing enough information so that we can proceed into those areas and address the issue without putting ourselves in harm's way. I know it sounds like I'm sort of overthinking this, but you got to appreciate that over the course of my career, I've seen a number of injuries associated with fireworks. You can truly impact the rest of your life with one hand injury. And those are things that we typically see. We'll see more injuries than we will fires. But at the same time, fires, especially given whatever our drought status is from year to year, could play into that factor even more. And those are things that I've seen too.
National Safety Council says fireworks start an average of 18,500 fires each year, including 1,300 structure fires, 300 vehicle fires, and nearly 17,000 other fires. That's a lot of fires. And you're right. When you're talking about those dry conditions that we have seen, fairly recent too. And on top of being a good neighbor, because half of the time these go up and there's a little wind, and next thing you know, sparks are into somebody else's property and you've burned down somebody else's whatever. It's just bad all around.
Yeah, so that's another thing to consider is if there is a fire that is associated with fireworks, we will do everything we can to investigate the source of that fire. Where did the fireworks come from? Because ultimately, the person who lights that firework and provides those fireworks are responsible for any fire that happened. That includes the costs associated with addressing the damage and whatever life safety presents.
All right, the final question, and it's a tough question to answer, I think, but when we're talking about, is it a new, there's lots of illegal fireworks going off or whatever. Who should you call? When is it? How do you report it? Do you guys have any suggestions for residents on that front that are either worried about their property, worried about somebody else's property safety? How do you address those issues?
So if you know that there's an active threat, well, here's the thing. There's so many different things that are affected by fireworks. Obviously, we've already talked about some of the risk, but we also have residents who have animals that are susceptible to higher stress environments during fireworks. And we have a number of people in our community that are affected from a PTSD standpoint, and how fireworks affect them are much differently than they affect others that haven't necessarily been in their situation. So I think if it's one of those things, if there's an active threat or you can see that there's the potential for fire or somebody's been injured, 911 is your best bet. You can also call the non-emergency number at police dispatch if it's something that you want the police or fire department to look into. If we come upon these displays, we do stop and we address them. But it's a matter of trying to control the number of displays, hopefully bringing that number to zero, but staying on top of the number of complaints that we have and being able to provide the appropriate assistance. So by all means, if it's active and you think that there's something that's threatening life or property, then I would call 911. Anything else in order to address the concerns of something that has happened, dial the non-emergency number. And for that, the non-emergency number in the city of Fitchburg is 608-270-4300.
Perfect. Joe, any other final thoughts as we wrap up? Again, leave it. I think the message of the day is leave it to the professionals and be neighborly. That'd be my message.
Yeah, especially if you have a neighbor that's nice enough to knock on your door and ask you to stop. That's a neighbor trying to address a situation at the lowest possible level, and who doesn't want to necessarily get anybody involved and is sharing their concerns with you directly. That's a good thing. If that doesn't work, then ultimately police and fire have a tendency of getting involved, and that's incorporating more into the issue than really needs to be. But being neighborly is a really good suggestion.
All right, Joe, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it as always. Stay safe out there, and we'll check in with you real soon.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you. Again, anything that leaves the air and goes boom, not having it here in the city of Fitchburg, and stick with the message of leave it to the professionals this holiday weekend. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantore here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family, and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today for the Fitchburg Public Library. Is that Tim I see? Well, I see Tegan. I mean...
Wait, whoa. This guy. I'm here.
Yes, he's there. We hear you. We see you, buddy.
Good. Just making sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, just making sure. Yes, Tim and Tegan. I think we have had some of the best interviews on Talking Fitchburg with you two. And it's because Tim brings the action, Tegan brings the seriousness. Like, yes, we're actually doing these things. Yes. Like, you're reassured that this is a functional library. Tim is like, we're doing everything. Summer rules.
That's right.
Yeah, that's exactly the way I see it. Tim and I think Tim and I are probably in the same boat there. And Tegan would be you'd be yelling at us pretty much all summer. But I digress. Yes. Exactly. The summer is off and running. You guys have had some great programs already that have been awesome, and you've brought some great programs back. Tegan, we'll turn to you first here because you got some fun classes coming up, including 3D printing. I still want to get into 3D printing. I really do. And I wish I could attend this. Maybe I'll just attend as a fly on the wall. Nobody will notice, right?
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's 3D printing basics on July 6th at 7 p.m. And you'll learn the basics of 3D printing and design. So you'll be learning about designer tool Tinkercad. And so you can make your own designs of things you want to then use on the 3D printer. And you'll also get to see one of our 3D printers in action.
You got some other fun stuff coming up as well. We got a printing class and some crafts. Tell us about these.
Yeah, so the next one is what do I read next? So if you're looking for your next good read, have a couple of tools you can use for that. It's Goodreads and Novel List. So you'll kind of learn how to navigate those and find your next good book.
Yeah,
and that's
fantastic.
on July 20th at 7 p.m.
And the adult crafting stuff that you do, can you still bring your, so it used to be you could bring your own craft or do the craft that's there. Is that still a possibility?
Yeah. So every month she has a craft planned, but sometimes she has extra stuff of just different supplies, or if you want to bring your own thing and hang out and chat, you can do that as well.
Well, that's the way I see it. It's like you're getting out of the house and you're like, well, I don't know if I want to make this, but I have something to do, or maybe I just want to chat. So, I think that works on multiple levels there. So certainly making some fun stuff there. All right, Tim, we're talking trash, not back and forth, but we're talking about the trash lab, which if I was going to pick something for you and I to do together, it would be the trash lab because it's so darn cool.
It is super cool. I think it would be great. Yeah, to have you there. You should come and check it out with me. Yes.
Oh boy.
I could give you a bunch of stuff to take in there. You can see if you can recycle it, stuff like that. It'll be nice. Yeah.
So you're telling me you would give me trash to go to the trash lab?
I have a collection that I could give you. Yes. I've been saving up for this opportunity. Yes, the Dane County Trash Lab is coming to the Fitchburg Library Tuesday, July 12th. It's going to be at 2 p.m. out in our parking lot area. And if for anyone that doesn't know, it's basically like a mobile exhibit where you go in this big long, I think it's like 27-foot long, like cargo trailer, and they've repurposed it, and they have like things that you can interact with on the wall. They have like stories, they have a bunch of data you can look at, cool photographs, and of course there's people there to answer questions about trash, recycling, repurposing things so that you're not just one-time use and throwing it away. And we're hoping for a nice sunny day and a lot of people to come through and take a look at it.
Yeah, you're right though. It is the exhibit is really cool to see, and it's great for the young ones to learn about how things go and get processed, and the workings of Dane County and the renewable energy stuff that they do over there as well. It's all in that exhibit. It's definitely well worth seeing. And yes, I will bring trash for you too, Tim, so we both can come up. And the person who's running that is going to be like, "What are you two doing? Like, recycle your stuff and get out of my face." Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
You also have a drum circle coming up, and you're hoping this is going to be outside as well, right? Like something with drums in library just seems like Tegan. You verify this is real, right?
This is real, yeah.
All right, Tim, go ahead.
It's a real thing. Yep. I don't have the best rhythm, so when I'm hitting like this, I just like fly back and I let it loose. But we'll see. You can come to that one too.
That's every day. That's every day about 9 a.m. after that first cup of coffee.
That first cup of coffee, I get ready to go interact with the kids and have a good time over here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Tuesday, July 26th, again at 2 p.m. We'll have the drum circle come. It's with somebody named Elmore Lawson. And basically it's an opportunity. Everybody's going to hopefully be out in our green space. They all get to sit around. He brings instruments along, and then they can learn the basics of drumming, how to participate in a drum circle, rhythms, chants. They'll do calls and response type things. And they're focusing, I believe, on songs like from Africa, South America, Asia, and Native American. And it's been around Dane County before at other libraries. I watched some YouTube videos and I was like, we got to get this here. This looks great. So very interactive, and hopefully it'll be a great day.
Yeah, Latin it's pretty fast actually when you're really thinking about it. Like, you really got to be working hard, and it lasts a long time too. Like, Yeah, I don't know. It
Yes.
just makes my hands hurt already, but maybe I'm doing it wrong. That's probably the issue there. But anyway.
Yes.
Now, Tim, I would assume you would pick, if you were going to pick an instrument, would you be picking drumming, or would you be the vocalist?
I would probably, well, I'm not very good at singing, so I might be the vocalist depending on like the crowd, but I should probably just drum. I've tried myself out with one of the bongos and stuff like that, and everyone else makes it look so much easier than I do. So
Yeah, I'm thinking probably right in the same area as you are, that I think it looks really cool, and I would love to drum, but I don't have a lick of sense of rhythm or anything else. And probably people who watch Talking Fitchburg know that too. So that's part of the deal, but whatever the case. All right, finally, there is a teen council now that's started up. Tell us how people can get involved.
Yeah, so basically anyone 13 to 17, they can come to the library on, it's the third Monday of every month. So in July, it's going to be July 18th. It's at 6 p.m. And it's an opportunity for teens to get together, meet each other. They talk about what they want to see the library do, what types of programs they would like to do. They talk about things that they might want to volunteer to help with. Books that they've recently read and would like to add to the collection and stuff like that. There's snacks and good company, and so far we've had it going for a couple months. It's pretty good. We have a few teens that come back each time, and it seems like they're having fun, and we just want to get the word out and hopefully get some more teens involved.
Yeah, it's a good social group thing, and just great thing to have at the library. A great meeting place, not only just for reading, but you've got some great meeting space, and you two. I mean, what else do you need? Books, you two, and council. I mean, works,
That's
right?
Yeah. They come up with the biggest ideas. I wish we could do like all of the things that they want to come up with, but some of them are so like amazingly awesome. I'm like, we should maybe tone that one down a little bit. It's awesome, but how we can,
my envisioning is Tim is up at the whiteboard, and they're saying Tim's like, let's and it's got to be like that would be totally you. It's got to be totally you.
So this is how you do it. You go up there, that sounds great. Whiteboard, that sounds awesome. And then before you leave, you let the other staff member know. You're like, hey, those three are not possibilities. You got to break the news to them. I got to go. So it's like the
top
good guy,
three.
bad guy thing.
Yes. Tegan, tell me you're not the bad guy. Please tell me.
No.
Thank God. All right. Well,
Awesome.
Thank you both so much. If people do want to find out more information on what's happening at the library, all the great events coming up, how can they do that?
Good. Head on over to our website. We have everything listed on our calendar and newsletter there.
Love it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, both very much. Get out to the library. I'm telling you, if you can't find these two and have some fun there, I don't know. You got to be doing it wrong. So the library's got a lot going on. We're so glad to have all those programs back, and we love chatting with both of you. Thank you. And we'll talk to you guys real soon.
Awesome. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
You bet. And you can find all these activities, as Tegan said, at our website, fitchburgwi.gov, and click on the library tab. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year. And lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region, too. So chances are there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day, I want to thank our fire chief, Joe Povemacher, for helping us out on the fireworks safety information and more. And of course, Tim and Tegan. My gosh, I always have fun with those two. Maybe Tim and I are just so alike. Maybe that's why it works out. And poor Tegan has to put up with us every segment that we do together, but it's so much fun. You should check out the library. They got a lot of fun events happening this summer. Have a fun and safe 4th of July weekend. Happy Independence Day. And we'll see you back here on Monday.